What up, bitches? It's the misanthropic one, aka He Who Hungers, and I'm back up in this bitch for another rant. RZA. My man RZA from the Wu-Tang Clan recently made comments about black youth and the image that they are giving the cops. And he basically said, I'm going to paraphrase it. He said, a lot of black youth gotta basically reassess how they look because, you're scaring cops and you're making yourself a target. And I agree with him. I agree with him to a certain extent. Well, majority of what he's saying. The part where I kind of take umbrage with him is, someone made a comment. I saw it on the internet, and I saw someone comment and said, "Well, RZA, you've been kind of dressing this way, your whole goddamn career." Which that's the part. Yeah, that part is true. I believe, though, with his mindset, I like what he's doing. I like what he's saying because he's basically putting himself in the cop's shoes, you know what I mean? And it's just showing that he has a logical way of thinking, which I like. And I already see, a lot of comments of people now bashing this dude and, oh, well, fuck you and da-da-da-da-da and, all this coon shit. You know how it is especially if a Negro doesn't doesn't agree with another Negro, then they're a sellout. And I've already talked about this. That's just the way a lot of black people think. Not all, but there's enough that it just makes me sick. Let's just put it that way. And I like the fact that he said, if I'm an officer, which means he's taking himself and putting himself in that cop's shoes. And, that's something I've been talking about in a lot of my videos. A lot of Negroes gotta, not just in interactions with police, but just in social interactions in general. How would you want to be treated? How would you look? And I know some people might say, well, you're a hypocrite because you rock fitteds and hoodies and shit, which I do. I feel comfortable wearing that shit. But I also understand the social atmosphere and the social climate. I know what's going on around me. And if I get pulled over by a cop, I already know, look, I got a fucking hoodie on. I got a fitted on. I mean, I know when niggas rob people or when niggas commit crimes or whatever, they're usually rocking their fitted low, they're rocking a hoodie. I get it. That's why, you know what? Fucking cop approaches me, I take my fucking hat off, pull my hoodie down, give him all my IDs, my information, whatever the fuck you want. I answer questions and I'm on my fucking way. I can't even tell you the amount of shit I've gotten out of just by answering questions and complying. Like, that's something that I tell you Negroes, just comply. Just say, here's my shit. If everything's up to date, you good to go. If you have a dickhead cop, which I'm not saying they don't exist, because they do, but if you have a dickhead cop, you're getting a ticket. If you felt you were wrong, go to court and have them prove it to you. I may be going off on a tangent, but it kind of envelops that whole shit. I'm not saying, you have to run around in 3-piece suits and all that bullshit. No, I'm not saying that at all. But, you know, I do agree with these niggas running around with their pants 5 feet below their ass crack, and then you can see their shit. And listen, man, I'm not with that. I mean, pull your fucking pants up. And then you niggas complain about the prison being a system. Well, that's prison culture that you're doing. You're basically saying, I want to be fucked up the ass. I want to go to jail. And what do you think these cops are going to do? They're going to see you, and they're going to pull you over and inconvenience you. That's just the way it is. Don't get mad. Play the game. You know? And not saying not to wear loose fitting jeans, because I do, but wear a fucking belt. Nobody's trying to see your junk. Nobody's trying to see your fucking ass. Nobody wants to see that shit. And I don't know. That's it. I agree with RZA. I know niggas are gonna run around saying, "Oh, he's a coon and he's a sellout, and he went Hollywood. That's the only reason why he's saying that." Well, that part may be a little bit true. Maybe he got to see certain things in his travels, and he's like, "Damn, dude, life isn't all that bad. I'm a multimillionaire. I'm doing this and this. Maybe I could just say something to the black youth to kind of get them out of a situation." That's the way I'm looking at it. And I know a shitload of you Negroes are gonna say, "Oh, this nigga's a coon and this and that." This dude is, and I kind of feel bad for RZA, because I'm gonna tell you why. Because, you know, just like Bill Cosby, you know, I hope that RZA doesn't get caught up in anything, because a lot of you Negroes will leave this guy out to dry only strictly because he criticized black people. You guys will leave him out to dry, just like Bill Cosby. You're leaving him hanging out to dry simply because he criticized black people. I know that's what it is. It's gonna be RZA next. If he does anything, it'll be either RZA, Charles Barkley, or Richard Sherman from the Seattle Seahawks. I believe that's his name. Sherman, I know, is his last name, because they don't follow the Negro script. But shout out to RZA. I agree with you. I would say 95%. I already told you what I kind of disagree with, but that's all I gotta say. Shout out to RZA. Shout out to the rest of the Wu-Tang Clan, and that's it. Leave your love, leave your hate, most of all subscribe, alright? Peace, bitches.